Dr. Angel Storm. I'm the founder of Ashes to Beauty Ministries. And today I want to talk to you about what to do when you get stuck as you're going through the process of healing from narcissistic abuse. This is something that I work with clients every day on, and it's a process that I had to go through myself. And even now, sometimes I still need to go back and revisit these things because it's easy to get caught up in the trauma and everything that has happened in the past to you. My focus is about moving forward. I'm a life coach as well. My certification is in life vision and enhancement. So I focus on taking what you want for your life, regardless of what has happened to you in the past, the vision that you have for your future. And then I look at your abilities, your skill set, your experience, and all of the other things that go into making up who you are, you know, your passions, what are you, where's your creativity drive at, and things like that. And we come up with a plan together for how to get you to your best life. So part of that is addressing when you get stuck in a same repeating behavior, a pattern of behavior, a same repeating pattern of thinking or speaking, or even outlook on life. We all go through phases where we just seem to not be able to move. We just continue to do these things even though we want to be moving forward. And so today I want to talk to you specifically about what to do when you get stuck in regards to healing from a narcissistic relationship. I've written a book. It's called Restored. You can find this on my website. I'm pulling a couple of things that I'm going to speak to you about now from this book. You know, it's kind of like having a spare tire in your car. I hope I don't get stuck. I hope I don't get a flat tire, but if I do get a flat tire, I want to have a spare right away ready for me so I can, you know, get back on the road as quickly as possible. And the same thing is true when you're going through the healing process from narcissistic abuse. I hope that you don't get stuck, but chances of getting stuck are very high. And so in that case, it's important to have a plan already ready, of some place that you can go to when you feel yourself getting stuck, and you'll have a roadmap for how to get unstuck. So first of all, I have clients list the things that they are grateful for, the things that they have right now. I'm not talking about all the things that they wish they had, the things that you want to have, but the things that you have right now. Thankfulness and gratefulness, having a heart posture that's always in a position of being grateful and thankful, living from that place. It not only has an enormous impact on your physical health, it impacts the way that you think. Literally the way that your brain will make connections inside of your physical brain, and the way that your mindfulness, right, your mind will formulate ways to overcome problems, the way that it will respond in terms of in times of crises and things like that. It's very important that you cultivate a lifestyle of gratefulness. So first of all, have the things that you are grateful for. Write those things down. And this is going to be, you know, I even in mine, I just call it Get Unstuck. And that's the title of it. It's just a section in my journal that I've written down. I've tabbed it so it's easy for me to find. And the first part of the things that are included in this entry are the things that I'm grateful for. Another thing that I talk about all of the time is the importance of journaling daily. I journal all of the time, and I've just seen it help me so much. And so one of the next things that I do, step number 2 that I write down in my Get Unstuck plan, is go back and read the past week's entries. So I just go back, and for the past 7 days, I take a look at what I wrote down. And this is why I do it, is because I look and see how much I've grown in those 7 days, the things that I was thankful for, the things that I was grateful for, the things that I was excited about life in. You know, I've written all of these things down. And so by going back and taking a look like, hey, just in 1 week, these are the things that have happened to me. These are the things that I've improved in. This is how I've grown. This is how I've changed. Here's new connections that I've made. And when I look at the way that my life could change in just 1 week, it might not seem on the outside like I've gone from this place to this place, but internally I've cultivated a lot more there's seeds growing. There's more seeds growing than what you can see on the outside. And I take a look at all of those things. Like, I want to nurture all of that work, all of that mindfulness, that intentionality that I put into my life, that I've put into my spirit and the things that I'm doing here on earth. So I take a look at and see about those things, and I make a note, and I go back to how I felt when those things were happening to me, how I felt when I was experiencing those things. And I realized that in just 1 week, my life could change even more dramatically than it has in the past week. So I put it all in perspective is what I'm trying to say. I take a look at what has happened in just the past 7 days, and I think about what is possible in the next upcoming 7 days. And I have a perspective on my life that isn't just right here, right now, I'm feeling this way. I'm feeling stuck. But overall, I'm taking a look at my progress. I like a vision board. I have a vision board above my desk, and I do mine every year. So every January, I make a plan for what this next year is going to hold for me, and I make it possible so that I can check things off and I can see clearly where I want to go. And step 3 in this plan of getting unstuck is going back to what is your goal, what is your plan. And along with that, I always list the reasons why I'm doing these things. Why am I writing a book? Why am I starting this new program or this new mentorship thing? Why am I doing that? What is the motivation behind it? And I go back to why I started doing what I was going to do, and when I look at the impact that I wanted to have when I first began, it really rejuvenates or renews my energy levels and my commitment to the thing that I'm working on. And it helps me remember why I started. So for example, in the narcissistic abuse healing process, one of the key reasons that I want to do it, not just for my own self, but because I want my daughters to grow up with a healthy mom. I want them to have a healthy atmosphere to grow up in. And so they can't do that if I am not whole. And so I want to become whole for my own self, apart from them, but also because I want to provide them with a healthy atmosphere. And so when I go back and I look at the reasons why I've started and why I've begun this healing process, and I take a look at my life in perspective, not just what's happening to me right now. Right now it's super hard. It feels very difficult. It feels like I might not ever, get better. But when I take a look at my whole life in perspective, and I see all of the things that I've already overcome and all of the things that are yet to come, all of the good things that are up ahead in my life, and I am grateful, I remain in a place of being thankful. All those things that were sent to kill me didn't. All of those things that were sent to destroy me didn't. It made me stronger. Not only did it make me stronger, it gave me the knowledge, it gave me the wisdom, the intuition about how to overcome these things. I get to pass that on to people. What an amazing gift. So when I look at my life in all of these realms, I go back to why I started. I look at my life in perspective, and I have a posture of gratefulness, of thankfulness. It really helps get me unstuck. It's like, okay, I'm having a rough day right now. Right now is a bad hour for me. But that doesn't mean that next hour, the next 20 minutes, the next day is going to be just as hard as this one. Tomorrow's going to be an amazing day. You know what? Even next hour is going to be an awesome day. I can renew my mind and change my perspective in an instant. I don't need to wait until it's a new day or a new week or a new month or a new year. I can do it right now. And so when I have all of these things listed out, readily available, I have a go-to plan for when I get stuck. It makes it a lot easier for me to come back to center, not get caught up, just loose myself from all of the things that are trying to entangle me as I'm going through the process of healing. Come back to center and remember that I have an incredible life ahead of me. I am building something amazing for my family. I am building something amazing for my community, and for every person that comes into my life along the way. They get to drink from the well that I am digging right now. And so it's really important that you have a plan that you can go to right away, because when you're feeling stuck, it's difficult, if not impossible, for you to put together this plan. So when you are in a place of neutral, when you are in a place of not feeling stuck, you need to get a plan like this together and just make it readily available, easily available for you to find and to go to, so that when you're stuck, you know how to get unstuck, and you can help other people get unstuck as well. You can share this knowledge, this process with somebody else and kind of pass it on. So I hope this helped you today. Again, this book that I'm talking about, Restored, you can find it on my website. I have a book club that goes along with it. The whole book takes you through the process of inner healing when you're coming out of a relationship with a narcissist. And you can find out more information on my website. It's in the description of this video. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for next week's video.